Day one, groundbreaking day of the sauna. Concrete guys here.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight.
Concrete pad is installed. Nice 4-inch pad, so it'll hold that weight. Sauna is ordered. It'll be here in a few weeks, and we'll get to putting it up. I'm gonna put it back here on this back corner. I have a little walkway to get to the pool equipment over here, and then the glass front's gonna be facing this way. Got my electrical guy coming. He's gonna come after I build the sauna, but he's gonna run my panels way over there. He's gonna run through the attic and come down. And then I'm gonna continue this white rock out to here. He'll run that conduit plastic piping underneath the ground and then hook up to the back of the sauna right there. That's the plan.
You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart it race, so catch me if I fall.
Alright folks, here we are, unboxing day. You've seen them dropping it off, you've seen my concrete pad. Let's tear this open. I don't know if there's directions in here or not. I'll go find some. But we're gonna do an audit of everything that came in the box to make sure we got all the parts and pieces. You can see kind of what's in the box. These are gonna be our stones. Got 4 boxes of stones, 33 pounds each. So you can do the math. 3 tons for it's like 120, 130 pounds of stones. We got the Xeno, the Harvia Xeno Wi-Fi sauna remote control. I need to buy a junction box because we need to put this on the outside. So I'm gonna buy a little plastic box that has a cover, and we'll put this inside of it when I get my electrician. Here's some pieces of wood right here. Here's the heater. That's what's in this first box. I don't know what's in this box. Probably all the wires and all that stuff. That's the instruction manual on that controller. Oh, so this is probably the Wi-Fi box. It's all your cables and all that stuff in there. Oh, there it is right there. Let's take that out. Let's look at it. There's that. So I don't know what. I thought this was this. Maybe this is what, I don't know. I don't know what the difference between these two is. If you know, let me know in the comments. Hey guys, I want to jump in real quick. This control unit is not weatherproof. I did not know that. And my electrician showed up and said that we can't install that outside. So long story short, Home Depot, Lowe's, nothing like that carries these large electric boxes. I had to go to my electrical supply store. It's called Lock Supply. It's a plumbing and electrical store, and they luckily had one in stock, but make sure you have that before installing that control unit. And I'll call, if I have any questions, I can call Sauna Marketplace. I'm sure they'll help me answer all that, so we'll keep going. It's that thermally modified spruce. I don't know if this is interior or panels exterior, but it is very smooth. Doesn't really smell like anything. but feels like really good wood. I'm actually impressed with this. It feels really solid. Instructions. Wish they had a video on how to make these. That's why I was making this video. Nice colored instructions. That's those benches. Oh man, it's soft. Oh, those are the roof shingles. These are gonna go on the front of it. Man, these benches, I think it's that aspen wood. Really nice. All right, I'm gonna finish unboxing this and we'll pick up where we left off. All right, got to my first stopping point. This is definitely a two-man job. This is what I've got out so far. And that piece was really heavy, but I got it out myself. But I was gonna stack everything up, all the similar pieces. Then we'll go through the instructions here. And you can see like it has one of these and one of these, one of these, two of these. So we're gonna go through an audit and make sure we have everything we need. I got to this point and there's the first glass piece. And these things are actually heavy, which that's good. That tells me this glass feels pretty thick too. Feels like that tempered glass. This thing was packaged and crated like crazy, which is very good. I mean, I really don't have any concerns that anything's broken in there. So I called in the big guns. My Pops is coming over. He's gonna help me lift each one of these out. I didn't want to take a chance and break this glass. So then we'll get everything out and start auditing. But that's where we're at. All right, folks, we got the old man here helping me. Got this base set. We want to make sure it's really square because otherwise it'll throw everything off. Directions are pretty good. As you can see, you can download these online, but they're pretty good as far as showing you how to get everything square. And you got this first piece, this rounded edge on both sides. That'll be your starting point. This one has, those are gonna be your drain holes, so when you clean this thing out and spray it out, the water will drain out. But yeah, we got that part. So this next part is gonna be installing all these spigots, starting at the center, and we'll work our way up the walls, and then eventually we'll put the glass doors on in the back. So that's where we're at. It's going smooth so far. Okay, folks, here's our, not a big deal, but this board is curved on both edges, so you can run them out this way and run one out that way. When you put this, you screw this board in, you're going to want to put this drain first. Right now, luckily we caught it. Otherwise, if you put all these boards out, you're not going to be able to fit your hand under here. But that white piece goes, put the rubber on top of the white piece and put that on the bottom, and then this metal piece just screws into the top like this. Okay, need to get tight. Let's see here. You can see the drain. The rubber piece is on top of that part. Then you got the drain. You have a drain over here, and it comes with a plug. So just FYI when you're putting yours together.
You might talk about it's got threads on the bottom if you want to buy a hose and drain it out.
Yeah, that's a good point. So these drains are made for bathtubs. So you can hook a flexible pipe up and run it out from under this, which probably is what I should do now that I'm thinking about it. And that will keep, as you can see, if water's under there, it's going to get trapped behind this board. So I was thinking about putting some rubber
Shims
feet,
on the bottom.
shims or some rubber feet on the bottom just to let that water drain out. So that's our first little DIY note. Alright folks, I think I've come to a stopping point. My dad had to leave and I gotta go get the back side of this wall. This is, that's the front. It's the inside glass. But we're gonna need 2 people to lift this up, put it down in that groove, and I gotta get the back wall, lift it up and put it in that groove. So it's a little bit bigger job than I thought. I mean, it's not bad, but just time consuming, and getting these little screws in was kind of a pain in the butt. You can kind of tricky, but trying to get that all level and have this level, it's tricky. Another thing, it says to be careful when drilling these screws in that you don't hit that glass, but the directions weren't real clear on. It says minimum 20 and minimum 25, but I guess they're saying millimeters. But I'm in Texas, we do inches, so I kind of guessed and gave myself a little spare room. But if you mess that up, you're going to shatter your glass, so got to be careful with that. But we got that done. We got strong thunderstorms coming in tonight, which kind of stinks. They weren't forecasted, so all of a sudden they're going to come. But I don't really want to move this. It's going to be strong. The winds are picking up, so that's another reason why I don't want to put the walls, the front and the back wall up. I don't want the wind blowing them around, knock it down, and shatter that glass. So I think I'm going to cover it with a tarp, and hopefully it'll be all right with all that rain coming. So that's where we're at. We'll pick it up tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow, so we'll knock it out and get it finished tomorrow. But I've heard some people say a 4-hour job. It's definitely not a 4-hour job. It's a little more strenuous than that. All right, folks, day 2. We're starting. Gonna put this back together. And I got a little, funny, the instructions said I should have 2 of these end pieces, of these pieces. But it looks like one was already installed, so but I'm gonna have to screw that one in. Put this one together and move it to the back. Then we'll put those that glass front on and the back on, and then we'll put 2 of those temporarily to brace it while we stack those things up all along the walls. Here we go.
And do you know where this screw is going up in here? It shows it. It shows this going up on this end and that.
Okay, guys, we got to this point. Got it up. It's taking shape. Looks good. Overall, I'm real happy with the, all these grooves are all fitting together really good. You just gotta You want to hammer these down, each one really good. Make sure it's flush, and then those screws will suck it in. That's good. One thing that was kind of which the instructions weren't very clear, and that was kind of annoying, is that it didn't say which way is up on this back wall. It didn't say which side is up. It has these holes in the corner, but either way, the hole is going to be right there. But it has these tongue and groove things, and it's just not clear which ways go up. So we had it on backwards. We had this on the bottom, and then we couldn't get the screws in on the bottom. So it made sense once we got it in that it was backwards. But just note to self, if you're putting this up, there's a flat end, and then you can see that one's kind of rounded, but it's very slight. It's flat mostly, but this one's rounded all the way around. So you want the rounded end to be on top. Just a little tip for yourself, but it's really good. It has the boards come with those. You can see that pencil marking, and right past the drain. So you line that up with that little hole, and the same on this one has a pencil mark that you line up. You can see it, but it lines up with that hole right there, so you make sure you're center. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna keep trucking along, get these things all up, and hopefully we'll get that part done today. But this was tricky. You definitely need 3 people. We got a little bit of a breeze. When you put that glass in, it's flimsy, even after you put the screws in the bottom. So you almost need a person to hold the glass. Then you need 2 people to lift this piece up and put it in place. Then you need 1 person to hold it while you get so you really need 3 people minimum to, 4 would have been preferential, but 3 minimum to get that. Yeah, on a windy day, I mean, it's blowing those things, it's wanting to blow, and if you shatter this glass, you're done. So this piece is going to come off. I'm just sitting here and it's crooked, but we'll pull it off and we'll straighten it out and get everything ready. But yep, that's another tip. All right, folks, we're at our next little hiccup. These directions are not very good. We're not, after doing this, we're not really happy. It's not, can't be rocket science, but I'm gonna try to hold this camera. Well, you got this step, and it talks about very important, but it does not. This is just not very clear on where the gap goes. We're thinking maybe leave a 1/4 inch gap between these boards, but this picture for very important is not very clear. So we're not 100% sure what to do here. So what we've done is left a little 1/4 inch gap like that. But I mean, this picture, for what we got, there's nothing even with the square tongue and groove like that. So it just doesn't make very much sense. That's where we're going to keep plugging away, and hopefully we got it right. But that's kind of annoying. These directions are not very good. I think they should have made a video, like a how-to video. I mean, really easy for 2 guys to put one of these together the way they mean for it to, and get it right, but they didn't. Another side note, we tried to unscrew that. We probably didn't do the directions, but we unscrewed it, and that board separated, came apart, so we had to push it back together and screw that arm back on. But we're gonna keep hammering these away, and then we're gonna get some ratchet straps. Another thing, the instructions are not very clear about ratchet straps and doing the metal strapping, so first thing that's kind of irritating me about this. All right, folks, we got it put together. We got lucky. Right here, it just fell in. I was messing with it and it fell in perfectly. But it comes with those two. It comes with all these that you can play with and shim it into place. Or it talks about you could even trim that with a circular saw if you had to trim some off. But it's coming together. Now we're gonna start the step. It says to put some ratchet straps on there. So we'll start doing that and see where it goes. Okay, we got to this point where we got all these things hammered on. First, we put these ratchet straps on. You'll make sure you got a few ratchet straps. It's taking me 3 per side, 3 ratchet straps per side. But we've locked those outer. We strapped that down pretty snug, and then it says to come back and unscrew all those screws that you screwed in there. And then there's 2 pieces of this, they're metal strapping. The long one goes on the top, and then there's 4 pieces of that. So 2 of the long ones go on top, and then you got 2 shorter ones that go on bottom. Then you got that screw that you tighten. So, all right, let me help him out. Okay, folks, day 3, we're back at it. We're making progress. Taking a little longer than I thought, but it's coming together. It's so far I'm happy with it. Right now I'm on the step of removing all the support boards that came with it, taking those off, and next step is to start putting the benches in. We'll start putting the boards and getting that ready, and then I guess at the end, I say this because I haven't looked at the instructions yet, but I guess at the end is going to be the roof part. That'll be the last part. But yeah, right now, getting those boards moved and getting some benches installed. So far, it's pretty cool. I'm 5'11", and you can see I'm standing up in here with plenty of room, but it's really cool. The other thing, I was thinking we're probably gonna be sitting this high or so. I was wondering about head length, but you can see also, you got a good distance, so you probably could get 3. You probably could squeeze 4 people up here and 1 down. You're gonna have 1 down there where your feet are, but you'd probably get 3 comfortably and 1 sitting down there. It's probably not going to be as hot when you're sitting down at that location. But yeah, it's cool. I think it's turning out good. We'll keep going here. Here we go. Another tip. Getting this floor thing in is kind of a pain in the butt. It's like a puzzle. You got to get it in there and work around. But on these directions, it shows that you build it with this other little piece right here, and it shows that you build it. It's the part right here that wraps around. Shows that you build it first and then move it all in here, but that piece would not fit, so I had to you can see the screws hanging down there. I had to take that part off, and I'm about to screw it back in. But just so you know, it does work. You just got to get that floor piece in, and it's gonna be the same with those benches and the backrest. Get it in there and kind of tilt it and lower it. Just work it and it'll get in there eventually. So I was kind of wondering how in the heck we're gonna get this in there, but I did have to take that piece off. And I'll screw that on and then we'll lay the floor down. All right, folks, another tip. This is where you might hire your tiny friend, buy him a 12-pack of beer. This is a pain in the butt. I gotta like lay down. I mean, that's not even 1 foot tall. And you gotta lay down so you can screw those screws all along the back to screw them into that back wall. And then you're gonna screw some right there, but holy smokes. This is not a job for us big folk. I'm gonna talk to you about these screws. When you mount these, you want to make sure these screws are in there good, because when I put the bottom ones in, it's a longer board and there's 3 of them in the bottom. When I put weight on this thing, it pulled those screws out, which I don't like that, but allows you to get it screwed into place at least. But don't trust putting all your weight on those screws holding it up. All right, everybody, I found something that I really do not like the look of. These look good. This side looks really nice. But this side, I don't know why those are so loose like that. It feels alright, but I really don't like the look of that. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out. All right, everyone, day 2. It's a wrap. Got the benches in there, got the back put in. Trying to think. Got these legs put in. Kind of don't like how they have you drill them in the side, but I guess, I don't know how else you'd do it, but like that one. Doesn't look very good. Knowing what I know now, I should have done it on the side or something like that, but it's just hard to get to, so really that was the only place I could do it. Another thing, take the stickers off. That's on the inside, and it's gonna be a butt. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get to get that off. Still, you can see over here we got good clearance. It's all flush. Everything's not nice and sturdy and put together. Then you got this side. I'm not happy with that, the way that turned out. I don't know if that's because the bench was shorter or the wood wall didn't pull in as tight. I got these things really tight. I mean, I don't really want to make them any tighter. Some of these screws have come out. I got a wheel and cut those off. So one of my fixes for those screws that were kind of pulling out, I put 2 big bolts. You can see those 2 big bolts. I didn't want to do that, but I got those outside with the washer. I went and got some. I didn't want to do that. You can't see it. Nobody would notice it, but I got big bolts in there holding that deck up, because we're standing, you know, you're sitting on that and standing on that, so I want it to be strong. And you only got one of those legs in the middle, so you don't have anything holding the back of it. There's that vent, you've seen that, but I don't think it's going anywhere now. I can walk on it and it feels good and sturdy. This wood, I think it's that aspen wood, and then the outside is the spruce wood. But man, those benches are so smooth and nice. You can tell that wood is really nice quality, but it's very soft. I set my freaking drill here. You can see I scratched it. So when you're doing this, just be very careful because that wood is soft. It looks really nice, but it's made for not tools to be thrown on it. Some of those, that's kind of scratched. I'll get a marker, and tomorrow I'm putting the door in and the roof on, and that'll be the last step. I think I am gonna stain it to match this fence, but this thing was interesting. So I guess you can spin this to make it open even bigger, you know, so you have more airflow. I'm guessing that's what that's for. Or you can spin it tight to where it goes like that. That's day 2. It's a heck of a lot bigger job than I was expecting, but we're getting it knocked out. Overall, I'm very happy with it. I think it looks really cool, and we'll have to get that. I'll get those boards put in to mount the heater tomorrow, and we'll get all this vacuumed out and get the door on it and get the roof on it, and hopefully that'll be it. We'll call an electrician and get him to wire everything up, and we'll be off to the sauna races. We'll start day 3 tomorrow. Day 3. I got that sticker off. Luckily I was able to get my fingers in there and peel that off, so that was good. All we got left to do is put the boards where the heater is gonna mount. It's gonna mount here and face in. I saw somebody do it on that wall. I don't know, all the pictures I've seen have it here, so I'm gonna put it here. I think that'll give me more leg room also right here. So mount those wood pieces and then do the roof. Gotta lay the felt down and then the shingles over the top of that, and put some little wood pieces here that flare that, flare the roofing out like that so it doesn't drip down the side. My guess is with that heater, we're gonna run the conduit out here and then along back here to the control box, wherever he's gonna put that. And that's what I'm thinking he's gonna do. Or run conduit inside. I'm gonna do a little research before I make that decision. If you could run the conduit inside underneath that heater and then run it along inside down there, that'd make it look cleaner outside. So I don't know. We'll get to that point when we get there, but I'm gonna start working on this and we'll be back shortly. All right, folks, here we are. We're doing the finishing touches. Got the roof shingles on. Still got some the part in the middle to do. We got the door on. It's a magnetic door. It doesn't feel, I mean, it's a little bit of a magnet, but wish it was a little stronger because it's windy today, and if the wind grabs this door, I can already see it happening. It can slam wide open and bust that window. So not sure how I feel about that. I think I'm gonna get a little eyeball bolt thing and wrap a rope or bungee cord around it or around the side, something to lock that door in place, because not sure how I feel about that. The instructions were absolutely terrible on making this door and the frame around it. They were terrible. It took us a while to figure it out. Really, the instructions on this whole thing were terrible. Looks like a nice sauna. I'm happy with it, but those instructions were awful. Not very happy about those instructions. It screwed me up, a couple parts where, was real vague, but it said it was very important. It screwed me up here, all because of those instructions. So the instructions suck. SaunaLife, you need to do a how-to video and build one showing people the important parts that we need to follow. So that's kind of pissed me off on this whole thing. But got the door in and finishing up the roof, and I think that'll be our stopping point. And then at some point I'll get the heater installed and get the electrician out. All right, finishing touches before the heater goes in. This is the last of these. I put the things around the front of it. You can see I haven't done the back. They have some for the back. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. You can see I probably will, so I can cover up. It's said to fold that stuff, whatever stuff is you put under the felt underneath the shingles. It folds there so it sticks out, so I'll maybe end up putting that on. I talked about the door. I wasn't happy about the magnet touching very good there. It wasn't close. It was kind of close, and I could see a gap in here. But you take these covers off, loosen that. I think they say 1 turn, and then it's in the directions, but you take that screw, and if you go to the left, it pushes it this way. And then once you get it there, you go on the inside and do that screw and tighten it. So you can play around with those settings to move that door. So I finally got it where I want it. There's no gap there, and that weather stripping looks like it's fitting. The door's not rubbing. It was rubbing, but I was able to adjust it to where it doesn't rub. This thing, I wasn't very pleased with the bracing. It told us to do that one, this one right there, and this one right here. But the way that loosened over there, it just didn't give me the warm and fuzzy. So I went and put a brace underneath the back there and under the back there. And I put this one in because even though this is screwed into this, and then there's one screwed into the wall, there still wasn't anything to support this thing. So I know somebody's gonna come in and step on this to get up there. I just wanna make sure this thing's sturdy and ain't gonna break and hurt somebody. So I added that, and then I added one more brace in the back underneath that bench just to make sure it's nice and sturdy. So then got this, the heater, that's where the heater is gonna go. So I got those all put in. Use super careful to not hit the glass. I don't know, I think it says minimum of 0.79 inches. That screw shouldn't be any closer than 0.79 inches from this point. So I did all my screws like that, going into that way, and then right here, going into that way. I just wanted to make sure I gave myself enough room to not hit that glass, because who the heck knows what happens once you hit this glass. Pretty cool. I'm, other than those directions tick me off. They're not very good. You'd think you spend $6,000, $7,000 on this thing that have some better directions. So that's really my only complaint. These things, it fit on there. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't know, the directions don't tell you how to make it perfect. So I kind of played with it and unscrewed it and moved them around and got it about as good as I can get. So, so far, I'm really happy with it. The door being secured, closed, makes me a lot more happy. This, I still am a little nervous. I mean, this door can just slam against that glass. So I may put some kind of rubber stop here so it doesn't hit that glass or something. But I think now, I don't think the wind can blow that open now. All the gaps are good, so I shouldn't have any air leaks. But yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll get the heater and the electrician out, and we'll get this thing real cleaned up before they come, and hopefully get in here soon. Here it is, Finished product. Still got to get it hooked up and everything. Okay, we got the electrician out. He wired it all up, put me a 50 amp breaker. He got it coming down here, and he cut back into here some holes, so that's good. But be careful if you do that not to drill a hole into that metal metal thing, band. He's got that up. One thing the instructions did not say also was needing one of these boxes. So the controller that comes with the heater is not weatherproof, which blows my mind. If you make these outdoor saunas, and they don't even mention anything about having some sort of electrical cabinet, weatherproof electrical cabinet. So when my electrician got here, I scrambled to go find this box, and it was $300. Luckily, I found it at this special electrical supply store. They had one in stock, so thank God they had that, because the controller that's inside here is not weatherproof. So note to self, there, once again, the directions let me down on that, and that's Harvia's directions. Harvia's directions were terrible as well. The electrician said that was one of the most difficult installs, which kind of surprised me. It took him all day. He was here all day. That's the touchscreen panel, and I got that weatherproof IP67 box. You can get those on Amazon. I think I paid 20 bucks for it or something. I was gonna put it over here, but we were gonna have a wire running out, so I just told him to put it back here, and it's Wi-Fi controlled, so really, I just use my phone. I haven't even messed with this touchscreen yet. So, got that in. They got the lights wired in there. So, just remember, go buy this box for your before your electrician gets there. But these rubber things, it's not gonna prevent this thing from breaking, but it does soften the blow a little bit. Inside, I just made that from my little sauna hat hanger. These things are surprisingly awesome. They keep your head cool while you're in here. I got some nice backrest on there. The directions were terrible on that Harvia spirit heater also. Talked about a moisture sensor, or humidity sensor, and a temperature sensor, and they couldn't figure it out, so I put them both in here and then figured out that he didn't need to. So I guess these are two temperature sensors, but he's got this one. This is the one that's hooked up. The directions, again, were not real clear. It says 4 inches from the ceiling, and kind of, it's supposed to be, it says 4 inches from the ceiling, but offset from, not directly above your heater, but offset. But there's nowhere to put it here, so he put it right there. But so far I haven't had any issues with the temperature kicking the heater off or anything. So I think that's actually a good location. It seems to do fine there. That one's hooked up, that one's not. So I can play with those later. Got me a little essential oil thing, so I can put essential oils in here. It's right above those stones. Got me my bucket. I can pour water over there. Heater's nice. It's been working really good. It's that Harvia Spirit. Holds a lot of rocks. I've been happy with that. I put some paraffin oil on these benches so you can see it's a little bit darker. And it's nice. I've been keeping it really clean, but where it did, if sweat would pool up, it would bead up and it wouldn't soak into the wood with that paraffin oil. So it helps repel that sweat and allows you to clean it off really good. Again, we talked about the bracing, did that. You can see that one I put back there. Those are the LED lights. And I put a few extra braces right underneath there, like I said, just to hold this thing up. Let's see. The wiring under there, we ended up just taking the wiring from under it and going outside and running it, the conduit on the outside. So it's hidden, you really can't even tell. It works out pretty good. I've been happy with that. I put the remote control, this is the lights remote control, it's just magnet. It sticks there. I put it down low because it stays cooler down there. And let's see, I don't know, I put one, I don't know if you can see it, one that comes with 2 strips of lights. So I put one up there along the top, one LED strip, and then like I showed you earlier, I put the other one down there. Let's see. So you can kind of see how it's at night. It's really cool. The floor lights up, and then the backrest lights up, so that's good. But I'm trying to think of any. This thing keeps coming loose. I don't know what the heck is going on with it, but it just keeps coming loose. So I took these screws out and put some Loctite on it to Loctite those screws in there. So we'll see if that holds up better. Messed with that door to adjust it. Like I said, it does a better job now too. I was able to move it over, so that's good. One thing I could not adjust, the bottom of this glass door kept rubbing on this and it was getting caught. So I had to sand this down. I sanded it way down and then repainted it. But now there's no clearance issues at all. It doesn't even touch it. So it's actually perfect, just the way we like it. Put a little stain on it. Didn't turn out very good, but it's fine. We got some feet, rubber feet on the bottom of that base, just to let the water drain out, because I did not do those hoses, but I came and put some copper mesh underneath there just so the bugs can't crawl under there. But that'll allow the water to drain out, and so I don't have to mess with that. But didn't say to put nails in right here, but this kept flapping up with the way that curve sets, you know, under that wood. These shingles kept flipping up. So I went ahead and just put some nails. Really, it doesn't matter if water gets inside this thing. So I put that nail and put the caulking on the top of it. But I think that's about all. That box, that was another painful thing to be aware of, so I'm letting you know about it now. Have not used that, like I said. I've been just using my phone. I'll take a screenshot and show you the phone, what it looks like, and I'll show you that here, and I'll show you what these lights look like on at night. I'll put a picture in here. And then I think on my next video, I'm gonna do a review. I've sat in it a few times, but I want to get in it for a good month or so and make sure everything holds up before I give you my final thoughts on it. But so far, other than those directions tick me off, as you've known. But so far, it feels pretty good. It feels solid. I'm enjoying the heater. It's really nice. Seems like it heats this thing up pretty quickly. It's been averaging about 20 minutes to get this thing hot. I put some eucalyptus oil in here. put a little water, just a little splash of water in there, and get you a nice aroma going, clear those sinuses out, and go in there. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the final product. And special thanks to Sauna Marketplace. They helped me out. Ben with them was real responsive with my text message and everything, so I appreciate his help. Enjoy the sauna, and if you just like and subscribe and leave me any questions in the comments, and hopefully I can answer those as soon as possible. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.